You can even keep it as simple as a plant. Like when you want to harvest and plant a seed, right? You don't
Mm-hmm.
plant the seed and you harvest it the next day. You plant the
Nope.
seed and you water it, you wait, you have patience, you might sing over it, then 2 weeks later you might see a small sprout come up. Okay, you still praising, you watering it, you doing what you need to do, you going about your day, not really thinking about it. You come back 2 weeks later, it's double the size. So it's about planting a seed about what you want. So of course those people didn't come millionaires overnight. It took multiple different years to get to where they are. You don't plant a seed and then you get the harvest the next day. It takes months. So what you want,
This is the
you gotta
Awaken
plant.
Your Best podcast. I'm your co-host, Rasta White, with my brother, Terrence Feagin, as always. And in Awaken Your Best podcast, as you know, if you're listening to this, our purpose of this podcast is just to teach you how to awaken the best version of yourself, spiritually, mentally, financially, and every way you possibly can grow. You feel? Which leads us to today's topic, which is respecting the levels to success. Let me delve in a little more. Like, when we want to get to level 10, we do not be respecting level 3. We don't be respecting level 4. We don't be respecting level 5. And not respecting those levels blocks our happiness towards our end goal. Like, if you really think about it, we hear the quote all the time that say, success is the journey, not the destination. And we hear it and we understand it. But how many of us are really living it though? How many of us are really respecting each level with a big smile on our face? We on level 3, cool. We smiling, we operating, we happy, we moving, we keep rolling, we keep doing it. So I chose this topic today for me and Terrence to talk more about. We mentioned it in the last podcast, but I feel like enough people is not talking about this. You feel me? So I'm going to get a mic to Terrence. First, he can give y'all an example of probably a small win that helped him get to his end goal, or a small win that he might have overlooked at first and was like, man, what am I doing? I'm looking around me and I see all these small wins and I'm like, I don't appreciate them. You know, we get caught up in that. You ain't appreciating them, man. I want to be a millionaire, but you just made 100,000. You feel me? I want to, you feel me? I want to buy a $1 million home, but you chilling in a $450,000 house. Like,
big time.
Yeah, we got to start looking around more.
Yeah, I think it really come down to being grateful for what you got, bro. Like, being grateful for what you have right now and then looking back and see how far you came is the most important thing. Like, a lot of us, like you said, we'll get caught up in the fact of, man, I want a brand new car, but bro, you got a car right now that's getting you from point A to point B, and it's other people out here walking. Or it's just like so many different examples that you could really live by. But for me, like I just told you before this podcast, I'm looking for the $1 million idea. I want it now. I need, like, Lord, tell me what's going on. What can I do to get there?
Yes.
And a part of me, and and I, like, the thoughts and Holy Spirit really came on me and was like, be grateful for what you have right now, because look at where you came from. And I had to look back, like, yo, a couple years ago struggling, a couple years ago in the Navy, a couple years ago, I was trying to find my way. But I'm grateful for what I have, and I will always be. But you got to be patient and diligent, but also doing your work. So for me, it's really about just sitting and being still right now and just being grateful for what you got. Be grateful. Look back at the milestones, but then also keep your head down and keep working.
Yep, exactly. Like he said, be grateful. And that's really the key word too, being grateful, looking around, smiling, being happy. And like he also said, still working, still having that end goal, still having that North Star. We ain't saying there's nothing wrong with that. We all about thinking big, dreaming big, go. Whatever your North Star is, go. Move in that direction. But every step of the journey, we got to enjoy it. We have to. And to be truthful, the fact if you getting there is not promised anyway. So why wouldn't you be happy on your way there? Because things can happen. God can call you home early. All sorts of things can happen. Sometimes it's not the right North Star. We could talk about Dwayne Johnson. We could talk about how he wanted to be, and Feagin can relate to this as well. He wanted to be a football star.
Yep.
Okay, he didn't become a football star. Cool. So, that was a failure. Boom. Fell into depression. This man
Mm-hmm.
goes off and become one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. So
All the time.
that wasn't his North Star. He thought it was. Turned out, nope, he had to reroute. Went a whole nother direction. Boom. Then after that, he reached that North Star, was like, okay, now it's time to get into acting. Boom. Now it's one of the most highest paid black actors. Probably one of the most highest paid actors, period.
Actors.
Like,
in
period.
Hollywood, for sure.
You feel me? It ain't even got nothing to do with that. So we all for having those North Stars and having those big goals. But just be careful. Be careful and enjoy each step of the way. Enjoy your unique path. Stop looking at everybody else's steps. You see other people celebrating their wins. Don't let it throw you off. Like, don't. That's why I don't really. Yeah, like, I'll be on social media. Like, I ain't gonna lie, but I don't be on there that much because I'm human. And if I see people with everything that I want all the time, I can't help but look around and be like, man,
you're gonna get a little jealous. You're gonna get a little jealous.
Yep, and people, it's human nature, you feel me? So we operate more in the spirit where, I thank God just for having clean water to drink coffee every morning.
Facts.
Thank you for the clean water so I could drink coffee. Thank you for heat in my home. Thank you for a reliable car, like Terrence said. I have a reliable car. I had the same car for the last 5 years. It never broke down on me. The only time it broke down was when I got into some accidents.
I didn't know you got into no accidents in the Charger, bro. You talking now?
Bro, I had to learn how to drive in the Charger. You remember that? I couldn't drive, bro. Oh, yeah.
I remember that. That boy, first car was a Charger, brand new off the lot.
Bro,
that's
brand
wild,
new.
Bro.
Like anybody listening out there, if you ain't got your first car yet, don't go get a brand new car. Get you something that you could practice in first for at least a year, so you can, you crash, you scratch it up, whatever. You could just go swap you out something new.
So let me talk about that for a minute, because we just got Siobhan a brand new car, right? Siobhan just got a new Benz, actually.
Right.
So, bro. But listen, because it kind of relates to what we're talking about today and respecting the levels. So for 2 years, 2 years ago, we went to go look at this exact same car. It's a little bit better because it's a newer, updated model. But 2 years ago, we went to go look at this exact same model of a car. And we was waiting. And I just told her, and she wanted to go right then. I told her, like, nah, it's not the time right now. Let's figure some stuff out. Let's pay some stuff off. Let's make sure that we're good, solidified. So we was respecting the levels. We went back. We started working more. We started doing what we needed to do. Just respecting every single thing that we could possibly do in order to put ourselves in a position to get to that vehicle that she wanted. My vehicle ended up breaking down. I got a new truck. I wanted to get her a new one before me. Mine's broke down. Bang. Cool. Another, this was last year in April, broke down. Here it comes, so we got the Impala that I've had for years and years, bro. Even me and you, we drove that Impala from Washington, bro. And
to Cali,
before that, yeah. So before that, I had the Impala. I had it in Washington. I had it in Ohio. Took it to Washington. So it's been around for years, and it's still outside my house. But I said, okay, look, now's the time. Okay, now's the time. We're in a financial position where we can.
Bro, it's just like, respect the levels, know like what you want to do in your life, and eventually it's going to come to you. But it's really about just figuring out what you need to do and then getting over that hump to be able to want to afford it, but then appreciate it when you do get it. And it feels so much better when you wait and like, yo, I worked hard for this, yo, I've done this, I did what I had to do in order to get where you have to be. So just respect and just be patient, yo.
Bro, I agree 100%. And y'all have 2 new cars, or the new truck?
Yeah, 2. Yeah.
And then you got her a new car.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Just got it last week, bro.
Congrats, bro. Congrats on that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you said, the levels. And of course, like, we ain't saying every small win you get, you need to flex and flaunt it. We ain't talking about that. We talking about your internal, how you feel about it. Skip how everybody else feel about it. How you feel about that new Toyota you just got? You feel me? How you feel about that?
Yeah.
You feel me? You need to be speeding in that boy, feeling like, I got me a reliable car. Most people ain't even got that. You might ride past somebody at the bus stop. That should be a reminder, like, okay, I was at level 1. I done caught the bus millions of times. I was at level 1, now I'm on level 3. You feel me? Like, And that's what me and Terrence pretty much talk about. You got to learn how to respect. You got to learn how to respect. And also, I want to say, the more I study, billionaires, millionaires, the more people I study, I learned that they had to go through each level. We just didn't see it. We didn't see Jeff Bezos. We didn't see him selling books out of his garage before he built Amazon. Most people don't know that. If you listen to this, you might be like, oh, I didn't, we didn't see Elon Musk, dropping out of school, a few weeks from bankruptcy and blah, blah, blah. And them billionaires, we can go deeper into just the millionaires. John Cena sleeping in his car before he got on with wrestling. I can't hear you, bro. I think your mic went out. Can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. My fault, man. Technical
you
difficulties. But
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
just not even to like cut you off, bro, but you can even keep it as simple as a plant. Like when you want to harvest and plant a seed, right? You don't
Mhm.
plant the seed and you harvest it the next day. You plant the
Nope.
seed and you water it, you wait, you have patience, you might sing over it, then 2 weeks later you might see a small sprout come up. Okay, you still praising, you watering it, you doing what you need to do, you going about your day, not really thinking about it. You come back 2 weeks later, it's double the size. So it's about planting a seed about what you want. So of course those people didn't come millionaires overnight. It took multiple different years to get to where they are. You don't plant a seed and then you get the harvest the next day. It takes months. So
No, it
what
don't
you
work that
want,
way.
you gotta plant the seed in your mind. Plant it right now. It might take 2 years for you to get what you want. It may take 3. It might even take 10. But you gotta plant the seed, watch, work, and watch it grow. So like me, what I was saying earlier, I want to be a millionaire. This ain't start yesterday. This started years ago. It started years ago. I planted the seed in my mind that I want to get there. Am I there yet? Nah. Am I on my way? Hell yeah, I'm on my way.
What's
But it's like
level 0 for you, like financially?
level,
What was
yeah.
level 0 for you?
So level 0, like starting out when I was working at
Yeah, like in
McDonald's.
your
Yeah.
life. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, like working at McDonald's. Like, and I always tell my wife this is about progression. And I always say, thank God for progression. Because if I stayed at McDonald's, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't even have the thoughts. Probably wouldn't even be on this podcast. But it just got to start somewhere. You can't just wake up and just be like, I'm going to have that tomorrow, bro. It don't work like that unless you got like magic. And I ain't seen no magic to just turn somebody into a millionaire unless you like, find you a blank check. Like, what's that movie called? Richie Rich? It don't work like that. So, and we ain't even got to talk about money. It's like, bro, I remember having so many different conversations with people that are around me who trust and kind of understand the way that I work. Like I have a cousin who's a DJ, and I told him, he was like, man, he want all this new equipment. He want these things, these things. I said, bro, write it down. Write it down and look at it multiple times a day. Bro, a couple months ago, maybe about last summer, he was like, yo, everything that I wrote down a couple months ago, I got, bro. I said,
Wow.
so it's about progression. What do you
Oh, that's
want?
a perfect segue to the writing it down. Because
Yeah.
what you can do too to make this more like, more clear to you, write down what those levels are for you and set a goal for each one. Those
Hmm.
small goals, if you want to make, again, and like I said, it ain't just about money, whatever it could be. I share my next big goal. My next big goal is 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Amazing.
I started in November. I had 90 subscribers in November.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
January now. I got over like 350. Feel me? So
Yeah.
I got 350 subscribers. Boom. Level 1, my level 10 is 1,000,000. You feel me? Level 10 is not 1,000. Level 10 is not 10,000. But my
Yeah.
focus is on that 1,000. That 1,000 that's like level 2 for me. Level 2, level 3. But I
Right.
understand I have to get there first. I'm not gonna get to 1,000 and just be like, I'm not gonna over celebrate, but I'm also not gonna just be like, this ain't nothing. I'm on
Right.
my way to 1,000,000. No,
Right.
it's finding that balance of
Right.
appreciating, but like Terrence also is saying, you still want to move towards your ultimate goal. And I know it could
Hmm.
sound confusing. It's like, how can I appreciate something and want more? It's it's the Holy Spirit in the flesh. You
Yeah.
got to figure out how to blend the two. You feel me?
Yeah. Really, I think the way you blend it too is that your thoughts create it. You might not physically have it where you are right now, but eventually you will start to. It's like when they say that people are habitual liars, like they can say something and lie and then they believe that it's true. you have to be a habitual, I guess you could say a habitual liar when it comes to your dreams that you want. You have to tell yourself that it is true. And then eventually it will become a fact in your reality, but you have to believe it first. You have to say it. And you just do it. Just do it every single day. And it may be hard for some people that's never done it, but just start with something small. Start with something small, like say you want to go, like whatever it is that's small in your life that can create. Like I think an example would be like, say you want like a new pair of shoes or something. You just keep thinking like, I got that pair of shoes. I got that pair of shoes. I'm gonna have that pair of shoes. Eventually, you're gonna find a way that those shoes are gonna come up into your life. But respect the
Yo, thank you for tuning into this podcast right now. I want to say if you like this, make sure that you subscribe and like the video. Comment down below what you like so far. Of course, we're bringing these podcasts to you all the time, and we just want to continue to grow. So you can actually help us to grow by commenting down below, liking the video, and also subscribing. Tell a friend to tell a friend all about this podcast, and we'll see y'all real soon. Let's get back to the video.
respect the levels, respect the process, respect how to get it, but most importantly, respect yourself to believe that you can have it.
And like you, that's pretty much affirmations, right? Like
Mhm.
he's saying habitual liars. It's a million ways you can put it. But yeah, those affirmations, say you already have it. Say it's already done. Then a person could be thinking, well, if I'm saying I already got it, won't that make me unappreciative of not having it? Not necessarily, because you can get to a point to where it's like, okay, I want it, you feel me? Like, okay, I'm gonna use a video game, for example. Like if you play a video game and it got 10 levels, you like your mindset, you like, all I gotta do is keep playing, I'm gonna get to level 10. So your brain, you believe all I gotta do is play the game, I'm gonna get to level 10, but you still going through level 1, then you beat level 2, then you beat level 3, and then you keep going. But a lot of times we have more faith in simple stuff, but we don't put that much faith into our dreams. We don't look at it as it's already done. As long as you go through those levels, by default, as long as God keep air in your body, you're going to get there. If you go, just keep moving forward, and that's what we learning. Like a lot of times, me and Terrence, we've been on entrepreneurial journeys. We've been on a lot of different roads since we've been pretty much out the Navy or whatever. Yeah. But we learning, like, we just got to keep moving in the same direction. That's the only reason we not telling y'all right now we multi-millionaires who blah, blah, blah. We know we're going to get there. We just been trying to figure out how. We've been going through level 2, level 3 of figuring stuff out. I'm learning that when you're an entrepreneur, it's confusing at first because you go in all these different directions, but that's okay. That's part of learning who you are, part of exploring. And we know, like, okay, at this point, we just got to keep going straight. We done figured that out in our lives. Like, okay, we just got to keep laying our bricks. I got to keep making videos. We got to keep doing podcast episodes. And we just got to keep moving forward.
And I think it's a part of that people probably don't understand is that there's going to be nights where you like, man, I don't feel like doing this. It's going to be nights you wake up sore. It's going to be nights where you wake up like, yo, I can't do this because somebody just passed away in my family. Oh, I got to travel here. I just don't really feel like it. You might even stop it for a month or two. But if you quit forever and you never pick it back up, it's never going to happen for you. But if you don't quit, you fight through all the temptation, fight through all the trials, you focus your energy and you believe that is going to happen, eventually you will smack it in its face. I think Bob Proctor talks about it all the time in like all his videos. And he said one time, he said, if you could take everything out of the way, like hard work, commitment, dedication, everything that possibly can intertwine with success. He was like, what is the one quality that you would rather have? And he said persistence. He said persistence because no matter what is going to happen to you, you're always going to stay focused and never quit. That's the only quality you need. You don't need talent. You just be committed. You just be persistent and it's going to happen for you. And I think that's what we're really trying to preach here is that you have to go through the levels. You have to understand that there's issues and trauma and drama that's going to be there. But if you stay persistent with anything that you want, it's going to smack you right in the face.
Bro, I love the word persistence. Persistence is like he said, that Bob Proctor, I heard him talk about it a lot too. Bob Proctor mentioned persistence. He talk about Think You Grow Rich too. And it's a whole chapter in there about persistence. And to talk about how like you can't have success in any any calling, basketball, acting, art, any calling, you cannot have noteworthy success without the trait of persistence. It just doesn't happen, and time again, history has repeated itself. Do your research on all these people who built businesses and built, successful careers. All of them had hurdles. Like I'm gonna use the video game analogy again, because it's like level 1, level 2, level 3, it just gets a little harder and harder as you go. They put more obstacles in your way. Like, first level is easy, second level, okay, the third level, all right, it's getting a little hard. 5th level, 6th level, 7. But that's the point. You can't just go from level 1 to level 10, because you ain't gonna be ready. You're gonna die as soon as you get to level 10. You ain't gonna be ready. You're gonna die. So I think, that's why God designed it the way he designed it. And Terrence mentioned the garden analogy as well. It's really, we learning that it's really simpler than we make it. We make it complex, us as people. But yeah, it's simple, bro.
Yeah. Bro, and another way to actually say this is that, like, think about things that were handed to you. You never really respect those things often. You may put it down. Like, I know my kids, I hand them a lot. I give them something 2 days later, it's under their bed. Like, yo, I just spent my hard-earned money on this. What's up with it? But when I started to make them use their own money or to put their own effort into earning that money, start respecting it more. And really, once you figure out, like, okay, I earned this, I put my trust in it, my persistence in it, blood, sweat, and tears, got to this point, and then you look back, you like, okay, I had to go through all of that to become this. I had to go through all of that to earn this. Man, who was I before this? The people that knew you before you started on your process, look at you, they'd be like, man, it's something different about you. You got a glow, you got an aura around you, you work harder, there's something different about you, bro. What you doing? They might smile at you and tell you congratulations, like, bro, you don't even know what I'm doing, but yeah, thank you. But really, it's like you become somebody different. And that's what God is trying to show you. Like, I got to take you from there to go here. And you're going to have to go through all of this to become this person. But this is who I need you to become. And this is what if he told you what you had to go through, you wouldn't want to do it. You'd be like, nah, cool. I don't want to do that no more. And me building and wanting to be a speaker and me wanting to go through all these different things. I know some of the different issues I'm going to have to go through. And a lot of it, I'm like, cool, I got to do it. But it's like, do it. If that's what you want, do it. Put your head down and just go.
Yup. Like I love that. On the road to being a speaker, we know it's gonna be some speeches that's hard to get through. It's gonna be some speeches where we forget stuff. It's gonna be some speeches where the slides don't work. It's going, like, it's inevitable. It's going to happen. And as we learn, but once you get your mind prepared for it, you can go into situations more equipped to take the challenge. Like, okay, cool. I'm, like I said, I'm on level 7-ish. Yeah, okay, I understand that this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen. So let's go, bring it. You start embracing it more. You start embracing the challenges more. And like he said, you're not gonna appreciate nothing that you get for free. You just don't. And you're gonna actually have to give me some tips on that. As my daughter get older, and she a baby right now, but as she get older, far as how to discipline her in a way that's not, crazy. In a way that's not like, you need to get straight A's if you want this, in a way that I could give you the world, but I still want you to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So that's something
I could kind of tell you now, bro. I know it's kind of premeditated because she's still a baby. But a lot of times, like, it's a thin line between wanting to be their friend and be their parent. And being a parent is more about being disciplinary. But just the relationship balance is different. But what I've learned is that you got to be hard on them, whether you got a girl or you got a boy. For me, I feel like, I only got girls. So I got to be hard on them, but not too hard to where it's like breaking their whole spirit or mindset to where they feel like they can't maneuver in difficult situations. For me, I let them know, like, listen, if you could take what I'm giving you, the world gonna be easy, because I'm not coming at you in a soft manner or try to like blind you from the impact of what the world is gonna give you. Like, it is tough out there. And if you can handle what I'm telling you, if you can handle like the discipline that I'm giving you, of course, I'm not whooping my kids. I could just say something and they break down into tears. But it's just more about, it's really just like having that thin line between, yo, this is what you need to do, but also you're gonna have their own life to live. But I'm giving you like the steps to get there and to know what's gonna happen before you get there. So But yeah, you may have to bump your head, but get up, I'll wipe you off, and I tell you, you shouldn't have did it. But you know, it's just a thin line, bro. But you know, kind of getting back to more about the respect and the levels and
Right.
and the actual, you know, on the road to success. Do you feel like everyone is necessarily successful in their own right? Or maybe I should say that in a different way. Do you think that everybody is prepared or able to be successful in their own right?
I think everybody is in their own right. Pretty much like by them just going themselves, no handouts, no nothing, they just going type thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the hand you dealt with does matter. You know, we ain't gonna
Hmm.
pretend like it don't. It definitely matters. But
Hmm.
yeah, overall, I think yes. I think overall people, most of us, as long as
Yeah.
you a regular person with a no medical issues and nothing like that. I ain't gonna say
Yeah.
regular, excuse my friends. As long as you're a person with no medical issues that can hinder you from doing everything you want to do, you
Yeah.
feel me? I believe so. You feel me? And
Same.
yeah, like
Same.
when you moving, and this is what I'm learning too, since we talking about levels. This is what I'm learning. You know, we talked about it before, and I've been doing videos. I was talking about like everybody got their own strengths and weaknesses, right?
Hmm.
So if you listening to this, you got your own strengths. You know, you got your own weaknesses as well. I got my strengths, blah, blah, blah. So I believe you got to tailor your goals around like kind of what's kind of easier for you, not
Hmm.
necessarily what's easier for the next man. Because at the end of the day, you reach that goal mine. We are reaching at our own goal mine. So you just got to figure out
Hmm.
what your goal mine is. And I believe the strengths that you do have, as long as you tailor it around it, you can almost guarantee that you can get there.
100%.
You feel me?
100% agree. And the reason I pose that question is, yes, I feel like everyone can be successful in their own right, but there is going to take time, dedication, persistence, and all that. Now, let me say this. If you mentally are okay, there's nothing ailing, like any ailments within your mind, your brain, like you're good there, right? I feel like as long as you have a clear path, not a clear path, but as long as you understand what your desire is and you're willing to go through the issues, the trauma, all the things that are going to stand in your way, everyone can be successful. But the definition of success is just a worthy, the furthest, the further progression towards a worthy idea. So
Mm.
again, whatever it is, you can have it, you can do it, it can be yours, but you have to want it enough to be able to go through the issues. And that's really what I was just asking, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I hear you 100%, bro. Yeah, like that, going through them levels and that burning desire too. Like I don't
Yeah.
know if you said the burning desire, but yeah, that's pivotal because a lot of times, ask yourself, you might need to change your ultimate goal because if you don't want it bad
Hmm.
enough, those obstacles and those hurdles, they gonna knock you down. Like you're gonna be like it ain't worth it. Is it worth it to you? Whatever your ultimate goal is, study the people that got there. And that's why I mentioned as a speaker, it's hurdles that come with being a speaker. I desire to be a speaker now too, a top speaker. I am a speaker, but a top speaker. And like I desire that, but I understand. I study a lot of speakers, and this hurdles I know I'm going to have to go through, and I
Yeah.
feel like it would be worth it for me to inspire hundreds, thousands, maybe millions of people. So
Yeah.
for you listening to this, whatever your ultimate goal is it worth it to you? Is it worth you doing when you got the flu? Like I'm still coming off of a flu right now, and I did a video
Yeah.
yesterday. You
Mm.
feel me? I did not feel like doing it. I mentioned it in the video. I'm like, man, I did a video about motivation, but yesterday I had no motivation and I still did the video. It's probably one of my best videos too.
Mm.
I still
Check it
did
out.
it, and yeah, bro, check it out. Like, and I still did it, and I'm like, yeah, I think I done found something that I can do while I'm sick. It's
Say,
worth it to me. It's worth it to
Jordan,
me. So
flu game, Jordan type issue, man. I like that, bro.
Jordan in the flu game, bro.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at your cover right now, 22.
Just can't tell it. I just can't. Hold up. You're still here and you haven't liked and subscribed to this channel yet? Man, click off of this video. No, I'm just playing. We really appreciate your time making it up until this point in the video. If you're getting value, please like, comment, and subscribe to the Awaken Your Best community. Come be a part of it. We're really trying to build, grow, help you out spiritually, mentally, financially, revolutionarily, every kind of way possible, okay? So leave that like, leave that comment, subscribe, share this with a friend that you feel can get some value from this, and enjoy the show. I'm about to get back to work. Praise God.
Now 22, 23, 24. What made you come up with that idea? That was dope.
Like if you watch it, because I'm talking about pretty much New Year resolutions, motivation pretty much. So it's kind of tied into that. So when you watch the intro, it's kind of about New Year, new me stuff. And then I talk about how motivation is not nothing you should rely on at all. Because it can't be relied. Motivation can't be trusted. Okay.
No, not at all. Not at all, bro. Not at all. I like that. I definitely like that. That's dope. It's kind of like year after year. It's like you're still in the same spot, but are you going to continue to like? What I see is like year after year, you may look at the same, but you're still focused on what you want to go to. In year 2025 might be completely different for you. You know?
Yeah, like for me, I think I might readjust the thumbnail because it's really. It could be better, but it's really like posed to be like New Year, New Me, but you staying the same. Like 2022, you're the same. 2023, So I probably gotta put New Year, New Me question mark on there or something to make it where people understand the context of it.
Oh, that's what I got from it. But I mean, leave it up to everybody else's discretion. Don't change nothing. Like if that's what your original idea is, But I mean, like the fact of just questioning, like, what is that? It may, it give people to really click on there. And I think, like, kind of talk about like your overall progression when it comes to YouTube, because that's not something that you even wanted to do at first, but yet you kind of stuck to it and came from a different path to come towards that. And like, where are you at right now with which I know you talk about the subscribers, but where are you at when it comes to like your first video to right now?
Oh, great question, bro. I've I made a lot of progress as far as I upgraded my video quality, upgraded my sound quality. You feel me? I pretty much upgraded everything. I'm better at editing. I do my own editing too, so I'm getting to a point I'm more comfortable editing. I could do it a lot faster. You feel me? When I'm talking, I ain't using the script. I just put, have my bullet point notes, and I'm just going in. You feel me? And it's just like, and it flow, bro. Like I be trying to make the videos shorter than they is. You feel me? But I get to get into it.
Get to speaking.
You feel me? Then 10, 12 minutes go by. I'm like, but then I'm like, okay, cool. But like versus the first video was more like, you could see the motivation, right? First video, you could see like I'm speaking with 100% motivation. But it was just me, just like, you could tell like when somebody getting started, like it was more like a podcast style too. And I remember you told me that it was like my second or third video. It was like, it's too much like a podcast versus a video. So I started adding cut scenes in there. I want to make it a more entertaining video. You feel me? So
I love it, man. The only reason I posed that question is because we're talking about progression, right? And I told you just start. Like I tell a lot of people, like I got one homie, he like, man, I want to have a podcast, but I want my setup to look like this. I'm like, bro, we didn't start like that. I ain't had these headphones.
The levels.
We wasn't on Riverside. We wasn't on Riverside. Shout out to Riverside. Whenever y'all hear us, hit us up. We may not be there yet, but we'll get there. But what I'm saying is like, you gotta start somewhere. If you just record a 10-minute video with a background, with a wall, and just start a video, like Mr. B started from somewhere. He ain't at where he is now when he started. Like it's just about just start, just do it. That's why Nike say it all the time. Just do it, man.
Yeah, bro, exactly. Because like he said, that ties back into the respecting the levels. You got to start at what level you are. Whatever level you are on right now, you got to start there. Don't be embarrassed to show it. Don't be embarrassed to show that you at level 2. Just show it. Get out there. Start. My cameras ain't like the camera that I know I'm gonna get. I'm gonna have. I don't know, but I just know my quality gonna get better. Everything is gonna get better. But I'm okay with going through level 3, level 4, level 5, like every other YouTube content creator, unless they was fortunate enough to already have the money, so they,
right.
So so we ain't talking about that, but overall, and even if somebody just gave you a brand new podcast set and everything, guess what? You ain't gonna know what to do with it. You still gotta go through the learning levels. So
still gotta edit the video.
You still gotta learn. It's no way around. You can't bypass it. And I want to use
Right.
this last analogy too. Well, it might be two analogies, but at least last analogy. It's like we talking about respecting levels. It's like having a baby. Like no matter what, you know, my daughter, she ain't crawling yet, but that's the next level, right? She gets to a point to where she moving around, and then they get to crawling, right? And then they get to walking, and guess what? It take forever. You know, it's like I'm just waiting, like you know, but. Yeah. I'm learning, like, and I respect it because I gotta wait for it. I'm patient for it. So when she do take that first step, that's why it's so like, you know, because it's like you put in all this time, you put in all this work and this patience, respect at each level, and then you got there. So if that helps y'all, I hope that helped y'all, you know, understand the point we trying to convey. Excuse me. The point we trying to convey. I hope that helped y'all, but. Yeah, bro. What you think?
Yeah. Man, I love it, man. I love doing this podcast. I love talking about it because it's making us better. It's making us more resilient towards what we want. And, you know, we're going through the process. Listen, if you listen to this and you're at level 2, 10, or you have finally reached your destination, you still got more to go. Keep listening because we are on that journey too. And that's what this podcast is all about. The Awake Your Best podcast is reaching crowds and generations and audiences that want to grow and to become better, and we want to be better with y'all. So as y'all watch and listen, y'all gonna watch and see us grow too, man. So I appreciate y'all listening to us, and make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell your mama, your sister, your auntie about this podcast because I know they want to grow too.
Get mommy on here, get her on here.
Yeah, for sure. Rasa, man, it's always a pleasure, my brother.
Likewise, bro. Appreciate you again. Like he said, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. And we'll see you next week. We out.